Hi, beautiful sisters. Welcome to week 3 of the Women Empower Bootcamp led by Lakshmi Mohanananda and the fellow acharyas. So I hope you've been enjoying the first 2 weeks. It's a 9-week program, and we're focusing on the 7 major energy centers in the body, the 7 chakras. And the last video I hope you stay tuned, but the last video I want to talk about something called our infradian rhythm. And this is something that's being brought to light in the health and wellness medical community. A lot of the information on the women's health, research on women's health, has been quite limited, and most of it has been focused on the males. So I'm not sexist by any means, but this is something I'm looking forward to sharing with you. If you're not already aware of this, I think it would be interesting to know about this, and I think it would be important if you would like to follow that flow and that cycle for us being females. But today's video, we are talking about the second chakra, which is the Sacral Chakra or Swadhisthana Chakra in Sanskrit. This one is quite important. Most of the Maitri healers focus on this chakra because a lot of our deepest pains rest in this chakra. And I will also be referring to the nutritional physical component linked to this energy center. This is the superfoods, especially, I love our superfoods. They are absolutely amazing. And nutrition linked to this, and some awareness tips that you can follow or start telling your girlfriends about, that they can share, and you can share around with your girlfriends regarding how to maintain female dignity and be void of pain. So without further ado, let's begin the video. So the first portion, I'm just going to briefly discuss the elements of the sacral chakra. Sacral chakra is the second chakra in our energy system. Last week we spoke about the root chakra, which is at the perineum, and this week, which is the third week, I'm going to be touching on the sacral chakra. This is located where your genital organs are, your reproductive organs, and it represents, I'm not sure why my voice is clearing out today, but along with the throat chakra, it's one of the 2 chakras that's commonly blocked among women, among men as well, but mostly among women. So I don't know, that's why my throat is acting up today. But moving along, this chakra is very sensitive, and our deepest pains like betrayal, embarrassment, shame, sexual connection to others, emotional connection to others, anything that has to deal with these areas of our life, traumas related to that has been stored in this chakra, including anger, jealousy, hatred, many things. So most of the Maitri healers see a lot of maybe not see, but these 2 chakras, the sacral and the throat chakra, has a lot of these blockages. It is also ruled by the god Varuna and Lord Vishnu and Lakshmi because it's a connection with others. So the element of this chakra is water, and that's why if you have have been to Devi's Conscious Dancing on Saturday, she advised everyone to move the hips, either if it's belly dancing or some salsa or that infinity 8 symbol. There's a name for that, so I forgot the name, but that salsa and belly dancing movements that help this chakra loosen up in a flow. As water flows, this helps. You can also keep a fixture in your home that has flowing water, and this helps to really soothe the energies in that center. It also represents longevity, and it is blocked by shame, embarrassment, and guilt for having too much pleasure and indulging in too much pleasure in life. It's about sexuality, as you may pick up already, and about pleasure. Okay, but too much of a good thing is not good, and that's how it can get blocked. In the text, in the Sanskrit text, it is unblocked by overcoming your false identifications. Okay, the color is vermilion orange, and like a darkish orange, and one of the very important chakras related to your reproductive organs, like I mentioned before, including your bladder and your uterus and urinary tract. That's what I meant to say. So those are the basic characteristics of the second element. It goes far wider, but for the purpose of this video, I'm focusing on your physical ailments and what are the elements that us as women experience when this chakra is blocked, and what can we do about it in the physical sense. So let's take aside and move the emotional component on to our amazing, devoted and so caring Maitri healers that will take care of the emotional component when this energy center is blocked. I will focus on our female issues. So what are the most common female physical ailments that we experience in this lower region regarding our sacral chakra? Most commonly it's PCOS, we've got cervical cancer, we've got ovarian cysts, we have got endometriosis, complications of the uterus, so many things that are happening in our divine center. You must know that in our previous civilizations, for example, the lost city of Atlantis, the female energy Shakti was revered, as Devi mentioned on Saturday. This is so important because our womb is the connection to the divine, and without the divine, why am I even saying without the divine? But Shakti is so necessary for manifestations to happen. I don't want to get too spiritual, but Shiva is the male energy, Shakti is the female energy, the yang and yin. Yang is male, yin is female. Wherever you are from in the world, male and female energy, and both are co-dependent on each other to create. So when this notion came into play over generations, with women being subservient and oppressed and ostracized and being put under the belt for some reason, if it was due to our periods, this has been due to ignorance and us women being put down and being our Shakti being oppressed. So this is the time that, you know, in my opinion, and this is my opinion purely, but the reason why we experience so much pain, women experiencing PCOS pain, anything to do with our reproductive organs, and even PMS, my take on this is that, again, the system has made it so easy for all of us to stay in physical pain that we don't have the opportunity to grow in frequency. And you know why women experience more pain? Is because we are so much closer to the divine. Don't get me wrong, I'm not against men, but because of our element of unconditional love, the nature of a woman, the giver, the nurturer, unconditional love, kindness and compassion, we are able to reach the divine quicker than the male species. And yes, with reincarnation, we are the soul, we take different bodies, male and female. We had Mahanji had said something, and this is my own words, but it's even in Eckhart Tolle's book regarding women being closer to enlightenment, because our womb is the connection to the divine. So we are so powerful. We have just been oppressed. We have been playing victim to so many things so that we can stay dumbed down, and so that we cannot give our unconditional love to the universe, because we have our own physical ailments to deal with and our emotional ailments to deal with. This was not a coincidence. Being forced upon, I know this is sensitive, but everything that makes us a victim, not being a leader in society, in business, not being able to take your health into your own hands, feeling emotionally as a victim of the male species. And I'm not talking bad about our counterparts. We need a balance, okay? And this balance needs to come when we rise up, and when we also start taking charge and actually helping those around us and increasing the frequency of this planet. We have that capacity as females, much in more than our males. Okay, it's generalizing, but many masters have said this, and there's many female yogis and masters out there with so much power. It's just that they choose to stay introverted and not come out into the world. So I'm not here to bash our male counterparts, but I'm here to create this awareness of what is really going on in our female bodies. Okay, and these things are so important. Before I actually get into the physical component of it, this is my opinion. Take it or leave it. But when you are in physical pain, your ability to give that unconditional love and that power out to the world is being suppressed. Not a coincidence. So why is this? Why do we have these hormonal issues in our reproductive system? Yes, the sacral chakra deals with the bladder, urinary tract, our kidneys, our lumbar spine, but I'm going to focus on our female reproductive organs today. We have been bombarded excuse me, we have been bombarded by the system once again on regarding everything that we have been doing to ourselves, and it's not our fault. This is pure conditioning and programming and DNA changing from the people that we think are elite but who are actually here to do harm to the world. That is changing. I'm not trying to be negative. The food that we eat, the toxic food that we eat, is being made convenient to us. Personal care products is being made affordable and convenient to us. The packaging that we have food in is an endocrine disruptor. Your endocrine system is your hormonal system. And for those who are not clear, I'm not most of you are doctors. I'm in business. This is my business. Health is my business, but I'm not a doctor. However, I have had cervical cancer, and again, this is my business. So packaging that our food is in is also releasing endocrine disruptors, and endocrine system is your hormonal system, and our hormones are actually controlling the functions of our body: your temperature, your metabolism, reproductive glands, energy glands, stress hormones, everything, your skin, your hair, sebaceous glands, all of those things. So there's a huge misunderstanding amongst the non-medical community that if you're 60, I've heard some women say, oh no, hormones, I don't have that, I'm 60 years old. Oh, please. But every person is hormonal all of the time. Okay, we need hormones as the messengers and the CPU. Our hypothalamus and pineal glands, hypothalamus and pituitary glands, they are the master glands in our body that's telling the thyroid what to do, that's telling the reproductive organs what to do. And how do you help them do their job properly? In this day and age, well, in the last couple of years, it was difficult because of the food, the personal care, what our parents did, what our friends did, what was cool to do, smoking, drinking. Yes, enjoy your life. And if this is the time for your healing, this is the time for you to watch this video. Your lifestyle, sitting in the corporate office, sitting for our reproductive system, this is a major contributor, believe it or not, of our female issues. We are sitting on our reproductive organs. We are not stretching those psoas muscles. Monica has provided the Sacral Chakra yoga session for week 3, and when we actually use we use those muscles and we activate those muscles, this also helps us to heal. Okay, so that is one of the things we'll be focusing on. So the first section is, why is it so difficult? And yes, it's difficult because the system has made it difficult, but this information that is coming to you now, you can take it and move with it. I am here to make this easier. This is what I do. This is what I do in my life. This is my life, basically. This is who I am, and this is what I'm doing. And this is from an overall holistic perspective in terms of food, personal care, packaging, everything. So once the website is up, there'll be more information up there for you to check out. let's look at the other factors that have been making us sick, and we thought that was healthy for us. So I'm just gonna give you a recap, but we know meat, dairy, eggs, everything that has been pumped with hormones. There's about more than 17 pharmaceutical chemicals found in cow's milk, ladies. If being vegan, not for the, if you want to be vegan for the animals, that's very, very good. Also consider, if you haven't considered that, then at least consider that the milk has these chemicals in them which are disrupting your hormone cycle. Think about the pain that you have to go through as a woman because your hormones are not functioning well, because you are ingesting these hormone ingested filled foods, if I can say it that way. The plastic, like I mentioned before, personal care products that we put on our skin, underarms, aluminium, so many chemicals that we are putting onto our skin every day. And I know those who are trying, I really respect you. Hopefully this will be made convenient where I am in my country now. I'm really, really working about 16 hours a day to get this going. I also like you to be aware that our hormones need good fats to function well. And can I tell you something about PMS? Is that when your girlfriend tells you, women think it's a normal thing. In my opinion, it's not a normal thing to be moody, to have pain, to feel fatigue, to have brain fog, these are symptoms of an imbalance in the body, and I really don't believe that these imbalances should be normal. Your girlfriend tells you, it's okay, I've got PMS and I'm just PMSing, and it's okay, and it's brushed over. This is a concern for your health, ladies. It's an imbalance in the system. What is happening here is your body needs the nutrients to metabolize your estrogen and progesterone so that you do not get these cramps and you do not get these mood swings. You do not get fatigue. Okay, it's not a normal thing. You prepare the body to live a full and healthy life. There's something that I want to mention that's very important. Also, why we are suffering and why we are going through these female pains is that over the last 100 years, 50 years, we have been following the system of the male rhythm. Okay, so there is a circadian rhythm, which is 24 hours our sleep cycle, but we are also not aware of the infradian rhythm, and this is the female cycle. So we've been living according to the male structure. Sleep, yes, 10, wake up at 4. Remember, men generate testosterone during the night, and when they wake up in the morning, they have the testosterone to be powerful during the day and achieve the day, go to gym in the morning, start their corporate life, work, and when their testosterone levels drop at 4 or 5 in the day, 3, 4, 5, they hit a slump, and then they need coffee and so forth. We need to carry on working. Now, their levels of testosterone is usually constant every day, so they do not fluctuate with moods or hormones or different cycles. It's very much a static thing for them, which works for them. What works for us is our infradian rhythm, and this is something I'll touch on in the last week of the video, but we have 4 different cycles during the month, and we need to take heed of what we should be doing in those 4 weeks. I'm not giving you a new diet. I'm not saying, oh, this is something new and that you should be following, but at least be aware of that. Okay, so this is what makes it so difficult for us to stay healthy, is the rhythm I just spoke about. And another thing that has been given to us was the pill. Says it's gonna help you remove that ovarian cyst. But ladies, the pill is one of the biggest culprits of being an endocrine disruptor in your life. I have been on it for 5 years, and to me that's something I considered as one of the causes in my cervical cancer. To be honest, nobody would say it outright. There's so many reasons, but any chemicals that go into the body is a cause of concern. Your hormonal endocrine system is so delicate. You would need to do everything, try everything. I am saying enjoy your life, but when you are having debilitating cramps, is this something you want to overlook? You know, the food that you're eating and the cosmetics that you're putting, personal care you're putting on your body, on your hair, everywhere you go. I'm not saying it's completely avoidable, but let's start somewhere. Okay, there's toxins everywhere, and the pill is definitely one of those endocrine disruptors. We also have tap water with so many endocrine disruptors, so please ladies, try and avoid tap water, and you can get filtered water from your water stores for quite cheap. It's a good investment to make. We also have things like any medications that you are taking. Yes, they, you know, if you have a chronic condition, you know, there's ways to manage that, but medications also contribute to disrupting your endocrine system. Smoking, I mentioned, sitting, lack of exercise obviously goes with sitting, and a whole lot of other things. You can check out Pure Jovial's website for all the causes of disrupting our delicate endocrine system. So I don't want to scare you off. I need you to be aware of this, and I will be making this easier for the transition to take place if this is something you are looking for. Moving on to the solutions. I'm trying not to make this video long. I'm trying to keep it under 30 minutes. But there are some magical herbs, and I call them magical because yes, they are superfoods, because they have the ability to not only provide nutrition in the body, but they support various intricate functions in the body, including your immune system, so many different functions that are so crucial for the body. So when they say superfoods is a marketing term, it depends which way you look at it, but foods that have a medicinal property, they really support the body on a multitude level, not just, oh, I provide only protein and that's my main function, you know. But the main three that I'm going to give you for helping the reproductive system, the basics, before I speak about it, the basics, you know me, is the nutrition, 80-20 rule, 90-10, your exercise, and the meditation, along with your other healthy routines. That is the foundation before, you know, actually moving towards the superfoods. These are going to help heal you and support your already existing higher awareness, healthier lifestyle. Okay, yes, maca root powder is extremely important for your female reproductive system. It helps maintain your sexual function, definitely increasing, maintaining homeostasis. It's an adaptogen, which means that it helps your hormonal glands balance it out. So if your one gland, for example, your ovaries are not releasing enough eggs, so your estrogen and progesterone hormonal system, that will actually regulate the glands that are producing those hormones. Okay, same with the thyroid gland. If it's not releasing T1 and T2, all these things, adrenals, epinephrine, so forth, maca actually assists, and so are the next two, which I'll speak about now. It brings these glands to start producing, or if they're overproducing, to produce less, brings it into balance, right? So you get the gist of that. Amongst that, I mean, it's an amazing immune booster, helps to build muscle, increases stamina, improves memory in the body, many other functions. But for the reproductive system, it helps to manage your libido. And one thing I would like to touch on while we're speaking about maca, you know, people say it increases your sexual virility and all of these things. So as women, we should not treat this as taboo. We have a infradian system, and also with this you can work with this to determine your seeing that the sacral chakra is an energy center of pleasure as well. You can utilize this system for your benefit. Okay, nobody says that life should be a set of rules, and I respect everyone's religion, but this is it's part of life, and this is something that all women should not feel ashamed of. Again, the sacral chakra is blocked by shame and embarrassment. So Maka helps that. Try it for yourself. If we do not maintain our menstrual cycle before we reach menopause, research has been shown that this can also lead to diabetes, cancer, and blood pressure issues, ladies. So having PMS every time is not something we should accept, okay? What I also want to move on to is Shatavari. It's an Ayurvedic herb as well. This helps tremendously with fertility, highly recommended for women who are post-menopausal. Many functions that support your female hormones, estrogen, progesterone, FSH, pregnancy hormones, things like that. That is extremely powerful. I've put a recipe in the booklet for Maka Shatavari. And the last one we have got is Shazandra tea. It's a herb used in traditional Chinese medicine, also to help detox and support libido and reproductive organ function. Okay, so I've got those recipes in the booklet. There are certain precautions. So with Maka, you have to be careful if you've got any current thyroid issues. Maka can increase the goitrogen. It's got it already has goitrogen content, so you want to be careful there. And Shazandra tea should not be used when you are pregnant, because it can contract the uterus. Okay, so those are the 3 herbs in a very tiny spec. Please just go online. Once this is up and running, there will be much more information for you on there to check that out. The last point I want to fit into this video is when women tell me that, oh, it's such a curse to be a woman because of all the pain that I have to go through, and why do I have to be a woman? Ladies, it's what we have been exposed to that made us think that we are less than. And on a physical note, our reproductive system, our uterus, it has one function, okay, for allowing contraction, which increases the pain in the body, in the uterus, and there's 2 functions. Not, Mother Shakti has given us this balance. 2 functions that induce uterus relaxation, which promotes relaxation, so Mother has given us 2 positives for us instead of the one that causes more pain. Where we have this protection of Mother. We should be so blessed to have this within us, our true power. Why do we experience more pain? Is, ladies, the fats that we are eating. When you start replacing your hydrogenated oils and trans fats, which I spoke about in the first video, with the correct omega-3s, this will activate the uterus relaxation functions in that area, whilst your trans fats actually activates the contraction, which causes a lot of pain in your system. So this is why I advise you to eat healthy fats. Your fats even generate hormones, ladies. There's so many things that I can tell you about nutrition, but that you'll have to check out the website. These are just the important points I'm giving you about your healthy fats for pain. PMS, you can definitely sort out when it doesn't have to be the norm. This is a hormonal imbalance. Those 3 herbs that I've suggested to be used with precaution. And I mean, I really love Maka. I take it almost every day, but I'm very physically active most of the time. During this coronavirus, it's been a bit slow, but you will see the benefits. So that is my take on today's video. I hope this made sense to you. Please feel free to contact me if there's anything you would like to know. I am not a doctor. I would still refer you to your healthcare practitioner, but I hope this can help you in your journey as a woman. And please do not let any pain let you improve and grow yourself. Okay, so lots of Shakti, lots of love from me to you, and if I can do it, then you can do it too. So all the best, and see you next week.